You're watching USA News Hub, your home for breaking headlines, trending sports stories, and exclusive updates from across the nation. What does it take to win a Grand Slam in the era of Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic? For Marin Cilic, one of the few men who broke through the Big Three's iron wall, the answer is discipline, passion, and a love for the fight. Today, the Grand Slam champion opens up like never before. In a tennis era that many consider the most difficult in history, an era defined by giants like Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, and Roger Federer, Marin Cilic did what only a handful of players ever managed to do. He broke through. The 2014 US Open champion, a three-time Grand Slam finalist, and one of the most respected veterans on tour, sat down for an exclusive interview where he reflected on his longevity, the secret behind his consistency, and what it truly meant to survive the era of the Big Three. 37 years old, Marin Cilic is still competing on the ATP Tour, nearly 2 decades after turning professional in 2005. Currently ranked 76th, his love for the game hasn't faded, not even slightly. And as he revealed, that love is the engine behind his remarkable career. When asked about the recipe that allowed him to remain among the elite for so long, Cilic didn't hesitate. For him, longevity is built on a foundation of discipline and constant self-improvement. He explained, "I think the key has always been consistency, not just in results, but in discipline and habits. I've always tried to take care of every detail: my training, recovery, nutrition, rest, mental preparation. Over time, those small things create a foundation that keeps you going." It's a philosophy that has carried him through highs and lows, injuries and comebacks, victories and heartbreaks. And perhaps most importantly, as he puts it, curiosity has kept the fire alive. "I've always loved learning, about the game, about my body, about new methods. I never felt like I was standing still. That curiosity and passion have kept me motivated through the years." In today's tennis landscape, only 6 players over the age of 35 remain inside the top 100. Cilic, Djokovic, and Wawrinka are among the last true veterans of an era dominated by titans. Why is this current group so rare? Cilic points to the massive generational shift in men's tennis. According to him, the early 2010s saw an unusually strong wave of players born around 1981 to 1983, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray, Wawrinka, and others, creating one of the most competitive fields ever assembled. He explained, "In 2015, 2016, we had 35 or 40 guys above 30 years of age. This was mostly because the stronger generation was born in 1981/82/83. The generation after that struggled to break into the top 100. And now we have very good young players around 23 and 24 who are strong, which makes it harder for my generation to stay with the best. The competition is brutal, and only the deeply motivated survive." Wawrinka once said he would play challenger events as long as he had passion. When asked if he feels the same, Cilic gave an honest and thoughtful answer. "Challengers, for many veterans, are humbling. But for Cilic, they have a purpose. You have to have passion. Without passion, there is not much success. But for me, playing challengers is part of a larger picture. I don't see myself playing them constantly for years, but they help you improve your game and prepare for the bigger tournaments." His success at Wimbledon in 2024 proves that point. Cilic played challenger events before the tournament, won one of them, and went on to reach the round of 16 at Wimbledon, narrowly missing a place in the quarterfinals. "You always need to look at the larger picture," he said, a statement that perfectly sums up his mature and strategic approach to longevity. When asked what continues to inspire him at this stage of his career, Cilic's answer was simple, pure, and deeply personal. "My biggest inspiration has always been the game itself, the competition, the fight, the process of trying to find your best level every day. I enjoy the discipline, the training, the feeling when everything clicks. It's personal motivation, to see how far I can go, even after so many years." Of course, no discussion of Marin Cilic is complete without revisiting the biggest moment of his career, the 2014 US Open triumph. 10 years later, it remains a defining chapter in his journey. And as he looks back, the pride in his voice is unmistakable. "It's still one of the most special moments of my life. Everything came together, physically, mentally, technically. I was in the zone, playing my best tennis. To lift a Grand Slam trophy is something you never forget." Winning a major in the Big Three era was a rare accomplishment. Many incredible players, Berdych, Tsonga, Federer, Raonic, came close, but only a few broke through. And Cilic's run in New York will forever stand out. The U.S. Open, as he explains, is a tournament with an energy that creates champions. The U.S. Open has a special energy, fast, intense, emotional. It's at the end of the season when players are tired, so sometimes new names can make a big run. It rewards courage and momentum. It's no coincidence that Del Potro, Murray, Thiem, and Alcaraz also captured their first Grand Slams there. Still, despite reaching 2 more major finals, Wimbledon 2017 and the Australian Open 2018, Cilic fell just short of doubling his Grand Slam count. He explained WH-wide at Wimbledon he faced Federer in the final, but a severe blister derailed his movement and made competing nearly impossible. When you are not close to 100% health-wise, your chances are very slim, he said, recalling that. Emotional and physically painful day at the Australian Open, he played some of the best tennis of his life. The final went 5 sets, a battle of heart and strength. But facing Federer, who was playing his 30th Grand Slam final, experience made the difference. If I had been playing someone less experienced than Federer, I feel I would have had a bigger chance to win, he admitted. Even so, Cilic's career remains one of the most respected of his generation, a blend of power, professionalism, and perseverance as he continues his journey on the ATP Tour. He carries the same passion that fueled him as a teenager. The fight, the competition, the pursuit of excellence, that is what drives Marin Cilic. And as long as that fire burns, one of tennis's quiet warriors will continue writing his story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story that's shaping America and the world. We'll see you in the next update.